Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Break Plays HeliosRealms! The server is finally completely fixed. And today, I need a few things, two of which are hardened clay and ink sacs. Now, ink sacs suck. I thoroughly dislike getting them because whenever you want squid to spawn, they're almost nowhere to be found. I am hoping that today will be a little better on that account. Because if it's not, then... well, I guess I'm SOL. But I'm gonna take you guys along on the ride with me. Yay! You get to watch me run around and swing my sword at things that never did anything to harm me and never will because they're squid, and squid are completely innocent unless they're squid in Dwarves versus Zombies, in which case kill them instantly. Because fuck those squid, man. Now, the reason I need... Come on, squid. Where are you? The reason I need... Is that one? No, that's a hole at the bottom of the river. What? I'm a dumbass. The reason I need, I'm going to say that a billion times, ink sacs and hardened clay is I am about to be working on a big project. A very big project. It's going to take me an immense amount of time, even just to transfer it over from creative, and I'm not even done with it there. And I'm going to take you on the journey with me as well with that. Because if there's one thing in Minecraft I can do, it's build things that are unique and pretty. And I'm not like a redstone guy. I can't figure out all sorts of fancy little contraptions to bring people in or whatever. I'm not seeing any squid here, man. This is disappointing. Do I have my helmet on? Hold on. I don't. That might help. Got my nice little dive bucket. Yeah, see? Crystal clear. Perfect. So what I can do is I can make things pretty. And I'm hoping that if I do that, some people will keep interest. Potatoes. Why am I in the woods? I'm looking for... There you are, you little bastard. Is this my looting sword? Yep, that helps. Get over here. So back to the project. It is a huge dwarven keep or some such. It might be a church. It has stained glass windows. I can be the dwarf pope that lives... God damn it, rain. The dwarf pope that lives there and oversees all my many subjects, which I have none. But it'll be on a mushroom island, so I'll have mushrooms to reign over like a badass warlord, and I can send them off on raiding missions, and they won't listen to me. They'll just stare at me stupidly because they're cows with mushrooms growing on them. Cows with a really bad case of athlete's foot. No squid, huh? Athlete's foot. No, it's more like athlete's back, because I don't think they have mushrooms on their feet, do they? No, they're only on their back, but their whole body is red, so I suppose it could be athlete's body. No. Well, that's no good. Let's fix that and make it completely not match. There! And now that will annoy everyone that passes by. Uh-oh. Turning night. Don't like fighting mobs at night because on Helios mob spawns are super beefed up. And so I'll get totally mauled. Let's see if I can real quick get another squid before I jump over and grab some hardened clay. Come on, squid. Come on, squid. No, that's chicken. I thought it was just good stuff. Thanks for faking me out, chicken. Nope, nothing but tree. What? Oh, hi. Do. Ah! Yes, that's what you get. Terror, bane of Minecraft, my ass. Alright, last minute squid, last minute squid. Scanning. Oh my god. Thought you could avenge your buddy, huh? Well, you can't. Oh, I got a bit. Alright. Nothing and no one. Anything behind me? Nope. Alright, I'm going to take a screenshot, and I will see you guys again in uno momento. And we're back. Welcome to the hub world. Ooh, ship and logs here for no apparent reason, because they're never going to get used, ever, in the history of all time, because they're unbreakable. They're, what was that song? No, that doesn't work at all, I realized. Oh well. But the reason I brought you here is because I am going to see if Blood Boy here has any hard clay. He does. Fortunately, 6 bits is all I had. But that gives me 2 stacks of clay, and with those 2 stacks of clay, I guess I could... I don't have enough ink sacks for 2 stacks of clay. I need more ink sacks, but I'm not going to make you guys sit through me getting them all. So, I'm going to do that off camera, and I don't really want to make you guys sit through me mining a bunch of hardened clay. Those portal sounds are obnoxious. Do you agree? They're not even portals, they're gates. They shouldn't be making portal sounds. It's ridiculous, man. So instead, I am just going to cut over to my my creative worlds, where I've been building my mushroom builds, and I am going to show off what I've done so far on Le Dwarf Tower. Here we are, guys, on my super flat mycelium covered mushroom build worlds, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it for anything else like ever, but that is useful. And this is what I'm going to be copying block for block, and I am going to live in here. I'm going to have all this space. It is an incredible amount of space, so I'm not sure how I'm going to fill it. It's going to be rooms that serve no purpose other than just to be rooms. But I like what I've done with it. I got a hell of a lot of dark oak wood. I got nether brick. I got a hell of a lot of black stained clay, which is actually what I need the ink sacks for. I need to make a hell of a lot of clay so I can add it to this build and feel good about myself, I guess. If only there were an easier way to get it, like spawning it in, like on my creative thing. That's what you get when you build on a survival server, though. So I like to do my builds in creative first if they're a big build like this, because it gives you so much, or so many more options. If you don't like something, it's an easy matter to tear it down and just start again. It's way, way easier to just straight up build things if you feel like it. And just being able to fly back and look at like these little things that form up here. What do you call them? Tower tops? I don't know. It's a roof, but it's not like, it's a pointy roof, and it serves no purpose whatsoever. But these things, like, I would not have been able to build them if I couldn't stand back and look at them and go, okay, that doesn't look like enough of a penis, so I'm just going to make it more phallic. And it turned out like it did. The blocks I am using in total are all here. This is all I'm allowing myself. I don't want to overcomplicate the build. And I think using just these blocks and these panes, and these stairs, and this wall, I can make something beautiful. Of course, once I get to the interior, and once I'm doing the exterior, like guardians and fancy bushes, and thank you, Corrales, and hopefully not having bats spawning everywhere, although it does give the place a nice ambiance. Bat Dwarf. See, I would be using lapis instead of blue wool, but it is far, far easier to get blue wool than lapis on a survival server. And lapis is going to be valuable really soon because it'll be used for enchanting once we get that god. Well, at least here, I can do this, unlike on Helios. Yeah, blue wool is way easier to get when you have a sheep farm. And I never assumed that building this would actually benefit me in upcoming builds. I figured I'd do it more as a public service. But man, am I glad that I built this now, because it would be so difficult to get all this wool if I didn't make these big freaking sheep pens and already pre-dye them, because you know, lapis. Blue wool isn't the only wool I need. Also use gray wool, of course, for that roof tower top thing. And I'm gonna need wool, of course, when I'm building inside and I want to carpet all the floors and such. So that'll be great. I can show you what I've got already. So it's here in this chest, and the one above it, of course. I got a whole bunch of dark oak wood, some spruce logs, a bunch of course, gray wool. And up here we have a bunch of stairs, the blue wool, a whole bunch of nether brick, I'm going to need that, a bunch of cobblestone walls. The only thing I am missing is the clay, and that is because I made a mistake. I dyed a whole bunch of clay brown instead of black. And granted, it was much, much easier to dye it brown because I got to use these lovely things that I could just grow and I wouldn't have to hunt down all those squid. But it's black on my creative worlds, and it needs to be black here too, or else it just won't look right. Besides, the brown just matches the dark oak wood too much. Now the area that it is going, let me just run through this little hostel. The area it is going is right back here. Now this is kind of a small area. It's going to be difficult to fit, but I feel like if I start over there and I build all the way through to over here, that I'm going to be able to fit it just fine, and I'm still going to be able to make awesome gardens up in front and over and back. I'm going to be able to make the gardens have that beautiful bright green grass that mushroom islands have. And my islands will be the talk of the town, because I want it to be, because I miss living on a famous island like I did on Toasted Craft, and I guess still do. I miss calling it my own. So this isn't the only mushroom island on the server. There are two others. There's one that way, and there's one that way, which is more of a mushroom peninsula. And on the mushroom peninsula, there is to be a faction, Area 52, I think that's what it's still called. And on the other one, it's just owned by a member of that faction. So sneaky, sneaky, we all own all of the mushroom islands, because I consider myself an ally of that faction, even if I'm not part of it. Like if they went to war, I would happily be hired on for a discount on my mercenary work. What else is there to talk about? Oh, these lights up here. I forget where I saw. No, I know where I saw them. I saw them in the Minecraft spawn. How do I forget spawn? And so what they are basically is you just put a lever underneath this, and I have stunned and amazed a few people so far with these damn things, and I think they're very pretty, especially with this type of wood and the matching colors. And I like that they provide light, even if you don't necessarily need light on the mushroom islands, because it's just nice to be able to see things clearly day or night. Living on a mushroom islands as well, mobs don't spawn, so on this server it's especially good because, like I said, mob spawns are beefed up because they give you bits, and so Akira turned them up a bit for people to be able to get bits easier. But unfortunately, mobs already spawn quite a bit on a normal server with no beefs, so it ends up with you, like, no matter how good your armor is, no matter how crafty you are or how long you fight, unless you eventually retreat, you will not be able to achieve victory. And achieving victory is what life is all about. So it is regrettably unfortunate. But now that we have the nether and zombie pigmen are easy to kill for bits, if you're not lazy like me, it'll be all good. It'll be all good. All right, so I will keep you guys updated on the Dwarven build. I'll show you when I finish it on my creative world. I'll show you when I start it here, and you'll be along with me. Don't expect it to be really fast because it took me a long time to even build that castle that I showed you guys episode 2, and this is much bigger than that castle, and that castle is my pride and joy at the moment. So I'm really going a bit out of my league, but if I don't, then I'll never know what I'm capable of. Thanks for watching, and I'll make sure to film another episode soon.